morning. My name is Misa Iwama. I'm the Director of Music Ministry. I'm here today with Julian Chin. And we're going to start by singing from the Gray Hymnal. It's number 360. It's a great tune. Here we have gathered. Please rise in body or spirit.
Thank you so much, Misa and Julian. It is wonderful to have you back here with us. Good morning, beloved. Good morning. I'm Reverend Robin. My pronouns are she, her. I am an average height, middle-aged white woman who's a little elevated with some heels this morning. I'm not anticipating any running as I have been doing the last few days because of some events not that far from here, in a city known as Newark, in a camp that is holding our beloveds called Delaney Hall. And so I come with you this morning in a mixture of sorrow and horror, but also the endurance of some joy at the courage and the witness and the endurance of movement that I have seen across these past few weeks. And I come with the joy to recognize what a gift it is that we can gather in this sanctuary. I use those words intentionally, to have a place where we can worship, that is, to consider what is of worth, to lift up the most important pieces of our lives and our community and the call of the time, and to do it with freedom to speak, freedom to call forth action, freedom to disagree, amen, and freedom to refuel for the week to come and to take that light, which we will kindle in a few moments, out into the world, because I think the world needs a little light, amen? Amen. So I come, yes, with horror and sorrow and a little fatigue, and I think there's still some pepper spray in my right nostril. So I'm a little peppy this morning. I'm spicy. I am spicy today. But I also come with joy and gratitude for the time that we get to share and for your choosing to be here together in this place, in this moment, in this time, for the work and worship before us. I want to remind you of a few announcements and then welcome forward a guest who is going to help us understand some resources that are available to our community. The first is Dr. Tooley has put it in bold, must announce the annual meeting, Robin. So I've got that down. Our annual meeting is next week after our single service, so we are starting that annual meeting at 11:30. It's a rich time to look at our budget. A budget is a moral document of how we're spending our resources here, how it's aligning with our values, to elect new leaders in our community to guide us in the coming year, and also to have important updates about some of our core ministries and work together. So our annual meeting is when? Have I announced it? Have I done my duty? Okay, y'all are going to be my witnesses if Dr. Tooley comes back and says, did Reverend Robin announce the annual meeting? Y'all better not be like, no, I have no idea. I didn't hear anything. All right. You heard it from the pulpit, yeah. All right. I'd now like to invite a guest forward to speak with us just a bit. Good morning, Benjamin. No, okay, don't recognize. To come and speak with us about the good ministry of SAGE and how we might connect to the work right here in Summit. Okay.
First of all, my name is Mike. I work at Sage Elder Care here in Summit. We're pretty much your neighbor. We're around the corner on Broad Street. How many of you have heard of Sage? Okay, so quite a few. So you're aware of the services we provide. We've been in the community for over 70 years. Okay. Thank you. We've been in the community over 70 years, servicing the community, the geriatric population. The services we provide are medical adult daycare services. So we handle onset of dementia and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, but we also have socialization. So we'll tailor the activities towards the care of the patient. We have home care services, which are all certified home care aides, where we can go out to the home and provide those services. We have the Meals on Wheels service, which is now called Meals Delivery Service, where we deliver meals throughout Union County to people Monday through Friday. And we also work with Overlook Medical Center to provide meals as well. We have a furniture restoration workshop, which is manned by all retired men and women who refurnish furniture and do a phenomenal job if you've ever seen it. And we also have handyman services now. So we have a handyman who will go out and look to do services for the seniors, like grab bars and leaky faucets and things like that. We do social service and community outreach, as well as Medicare counseling. And we also have a Lunch and Learn series that we do monthly. And these have been really, really well received. They're open to the public. They're done typically around the middle of the month. We provide lunch, and we have topics that are relevant to the population. We've done, in February, we had the Summit Police come in and talk about senior fraud. This past month, Overlook came in and did nutrition. In April, we had Kessler come in and talk about safety in the home. We've had attorneys do estate planning and the care of the elderly and the caregiver and the people who take care of the elderly, which is extremely, extremely important. In June, we have a geriatrician coming in, and in July, we have a physician who's a hearing expert. So we put these flyers all over town in the libraries and everywhere, and I'll make sure we get one here. They are open to the public, and everybody is welcome. So I appreciate the few minutes, Dr. Tanner. I wish you a great service and a great day on this beautiful weather. And if you can ever use our services, there's some pamphlets in my card with Reverend Tanner that she has. You can certainly reach out to me. And even if we can't provide the service, we will find somebody that can. I mean, all we're trying to do is help the geriatric population as much as we can and provide this service to the community. So again, I appreciate your time, and I wish you all the best, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are a community committed to radical inclusion, and that includes across the lifespan and making sure that our elders at every stage are included in our community and have their needs met. So if you want to connect with SAGE in any way, please let me know, and I'll make sure you get connected. We are also a community that is committed to feeding the human spirit and healing the world, and a beautiful way to begin that is to offer that light that you so clearly have brought here this day, including those who are joining us online. Would you take a moment and share the light? Maybe try to find someone you don't know and say good morning and that you're glad you are here.
May I include a statement?
All right, you want to gather, folks? Yeah?
Good morning. The fellowship is strong in this group.
All right, beloveds, we're going to come back together.
I am super, super excited that you are so chatty this morning. That way, when Beacon Cafe starts, there will be lots of strong conversation. Siéntate.
All right, beloveds, we're going to kindle the light of our faith. What a good
Yeah, you're quiet,
sign
Coyote.
that you want to keep talking. There's an opportunity right after our service for those of you who are here in person to head into Fellowship Hall, which is down the stairwell. There'll be some baked goods and coffee and tea and opportunity to keep up those connections that you began to kindle. And we will gather for 15 minutes for those of you who are virtual in a Zoom room to connect with one another as well. So lots of opportunities.
Good morning, Beacon. My name is Jamaine Cripe. I am your lifespan coordinator, and this morning I have the privilege of lighting our chalice this morning. Robin, are you going to light it for us, or should I get a guest? Could I have a volunteer who would like to light our chalice? Yay! Come on up, Susan. This morning's chalice lighting comes from a gentleman named Fred L. Hammond, who shares, "What gifts shall we bring to share our love for one another? Shall we bring food to the table? Our voice to affirm those who through years of oppression are claiming their voices again? Shall we bring our hands to hold one another close to our hearts? Shall we bring our tears to weep with those in pain? Shall we bring our laughter to lift hearts with courage in the face of fear? Shall we bring a song to inspire hope? Our tithes to build a space, a place where beloved community can thrive. Whatever gifts we bring this morning, beloveds, may they be centered in love for everyone traveling these paths of uncertainty. May our gifts be given with generous, open hearts and received with the fullness of love."
Good morning, beloveds. My name is Dana Moore. I use she, her pronouns, and I am your congregational coordinator. I am in my beacon blue today with a plush scarf around my neck. And I am so thrilled about the values that we have practiced together this year. I want to invite us as we move into a place of acknowledgement and gratitude for this community. I want you to think of the names and the people in these groups that you've engaged in all year. I want you to send some love to them and think about names that might be missing, names you might like to hear and see. And if your name is not called or listed today, please come and see me. If you'd like to join our teams, I will be right outside these doors after our service. Our congregation is at its core a shared ministry. It's not one of only those ordained or with special training or even those elected, but a ministry enlivened by the energy and life force of those who share freely and lovingly of their gifts and time and talent.
This year, we experienced incredible change and challenge, from our political world to our religious values, including our project for a new sanctuary. And each of you who volunteered were simply amazing. You took your light out from under bushels and to corners and niches so that a warmer, deeper glow was cast, calling others to our faith. This is what shared ministry does, beloved. And for that gift, we say, thank you.
So if you are among the groups, the volunteers that we call, please rise so that we can honor you. Today, we honor the Board of Trustees, the Nominating Committee, the Finance Committee, the Endowment Committee, Widening the Circle Committee, Facilities Expansion Task Force, Property Team, Capital Campaign, and the Committee on Ministry.
Now, I see some of y'all are in the room and not rising, so I can start calling out names. There we go. Welcome team, including our ushers, worship team, including our worship associates, our music team, our membership team, our chaplain team, Beacon Cafe hosts, the stewardship team, all volunteers for Harvest Delight, our communications team. We're going to sing soon, I promise. Our writing group, our poetry group, our Christian Mystics study group, our tri-partnership team, our meditation groups, those of you who make our weekly deposits to the bank, our choir who lead us in song, our lifespan team, our youth leaders, our adult guides for children and youth, all of our First Unitarian Beacon Food Pantry volunteers.
Whole row right there. The community group team and the community groups. Running and being. God bless you guys. World religions. Our men's group. Office volunteers. Our Buddhist Sangha. Beacon Cabaret volunteers. One-day choir participants. Sing a song. Social justice teams including reproductive justice, climate justice, LGBTQ justice, Chancellor Avenue School, and sanctuary refugee response teams, and Neighborhood Beacon. Beacon Hope Advisory Group, the Plainfield Advisory Group, the Divorce Support Group, Caregivers of Loved Ones with Dementia Group, Beacon Hope and Equity Center Board, and the Afternoon Music Board. If we forgot your group, shout it out, please, or put it in the chat. And anyone who has ever subbed or volunteers as a backup for anybody, someone who's shown up and pitched in, we thank you. This litany is for each and every one of you.
We're going to share in a litany now, but I don't want to make, some of y'all have been standing for a while, so I just want to offer some applause and gratitude, and some in the chat. And you will find the litany in your booklet, your response to join us in these words. When there was a need, you came forward.
And so we thank you. In nighttime or daytime, on weekends, and even in the coldest, darkest part of the year, you helped. Elected and duly appointed, or quietly, anonymously, and unbidden, you did what needed doing.
We thank you.
You brought your appreciation of beauty and joy and gave of your creative spirits. And
So we thank you. Sometimes with the help of many hands, other times alone, you worked. And so we thank you.
You gave your time, talent, and even your treasure for the life of this congregation.
And so we thank you.
Your families and loved ones supported you in your efforts, worried for you when things piled up, and perhaps even grumbled at you for the extent of your commitment.
And so we thank you.
Families
And loved ones, and extend our blessing to them now. For all things great and small you have given this congregation, we take time to recognize, to honor you.
And to particularly honor those who led a team or committee, you will see your names in the booklet that Dana distributed and online in the chat. We have honey for you as a token of our gratitude for the immense contributions you've made as leaders. We know that without the bees, there is no harvest. Thank you for the mentoring, coaching, leadership, and legacy you gift us and those who follow. Please, after our service, take a jar of honey from the lobby and enjoy it.
And now, again, with immense gratitude, let us share applause and celebrate the shared ministry of this, our Beacon community.
For all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. May you be safe, may you be strong. May you be lifted up in joy. May you find peace and be at ease. And may you blessed be. May we be safe. May we be strong. May we be lifted up in joy. May we find peace and be at ease. And may we blessed be. For all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Would you please rise in body or spirit as we sing We Give Thanks. That's 10:10 in the teal hymnal. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and as far away, for this time we share in love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
Good morning, Beacon. Good morning. Malcolm Forbes said that the art of conversation lies in listening. My name is Adam Gonnerman. I'm serving as today's Beacon chaplain. My pronouns are he, him, and for those who need a visual description, I'm a bald, middle-aged white man wearing a black shirt and blue jeans. I'm also wearing a maroon stole, which indicates that I am one of the Beacon chaplains. If you ever see one of us around after the service wearing one of these, you can just walk up, approach us, talk to us about whatever you have going on, because we're lay leaders with special training, walking alongside people in difficult moments and meaningful moments. We listen, we offer care, we're present when things feel heavy. We're also available for your joys, your milestones, your celebrations. If you have something you want to share after the service, it's something going great in your life, a child was born, a graduation happened, something like that, you can share that as well. Our support is not limited only to Sunday mornings. We're available anytime for conversation or support, and we're open, accessible to all. The easiest way to find out more about us is to go on the Beacon website, look under ministries, and there's a part there that says, I think it says Congregational Care, and that's where you'll find us. You can find a place there you can click and send an email and request to talk to somebody. There's a lot of us. There's a pretty good group of chaplains, so you have a choice of who you could talk to, or it could just be assigned to somebody. And to connect with us also, you could just talk to me after the service. One-on-one conversations are available by phone or in person. And everything that is shared is held in confidence. It's a safe, non-judgmental space. So now we'll turn to our weekly ritual of candle lighting. This is a sacred, reverent moment that we approach with care, making space for struggles and for hopes. So we light a candle for caregivers and helpers whose quiet labor and compassion sustain others, that they may find strength, rest, and recognition for all they give. We light a candle for those living with uncertainty or change, that they may meet each new chapter with courage, patience, and support of community. We light a candle for those who are feeling isolated or unseen, that they may know that they are not alone and that their presence matters deeply in this community. We light a candle for those who are carrying grief, recent or long held, that they may find hope, moments of comfort, understanding, and gentle healing. We light a candle for ourselves, that we may grow in our ability to listen with compassion, to show up for one another, and to be a source of care in the world. We light a candle for those affected by war, those who suffer, those who have been displaced, and those who live in fear, that they may find safety and peace. And finally, we light a candle for immigrants, that they may find peace, justice, and a home in this country, and for those who are defending their rights and speaking up. We light a candle. We invite you now to join in this ritual, whether here in the sanctuary in your own space, by lighting a candle of your own, a symbol of hope, solidarity, and care for one another. I believe our our ushers will be assisting us with indicating which rows should go up first. Just follow their directions, and we can have a nice orderly ritual with open flames. So with care, we take this time for this ritual.
And after the candle lighting, the children can join me in the lobby for our program.
right, we're going to sing again. We're going to do, in the Gray Hymnal, it's From You I Receive, and that's number 402. We can remain seated for this one. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
Thank you, beloveds. Our reading this morning is taken from the poet Paula Gordon Lepp. I have to decide if I'm going to see you or the text. So for the next few minutes, I'll decide on the text. It's entitled Aftermath. When the empire finally crumbles and the ruler has fallen, in that first deep breath of silence just before rebirth, please let us choose to dig each other out of the ruins, hand clasping hand, stranger lifting stranger. Let us know that when everyone has dust in our lungs, sand in our eyes, dirt on our faces, we are all the same person. Let us begin the first step of each of us placing one stone on top of another stone on top of another, all of us a part of the building, the rising rubble work, a testament to what can be.
Will you breathe with me? For when I breathe in peace. And when I breathe out love. Let us breathe, beloveds. Let us allow our bodies to remember what it already knows. There is no rushing honey. The bee doesn't ask the flower to bloom faster. It doesn't demand the nectar arrive already refined. She simply shows up again and again, small body full of purpose, trusting the process she was born into. A single bee will visit up to 1,000 flowers to produce just 1 teaspoon of honey. And she will do this her whole life, never tasting the fullness of what she is making. Sound familiar? In a healthy hive, there is no queen who does all the work, only a queen who holds the center while thousands of workers move in coordinated love. No single bee is more important than the work they share. The hive breathes together, hums together. It grieves together when something is lost. There is no rushing honey, and there is no rushing beloved community. Both are built the same way, slowly, faithfully, body by body, showing up again and again to do the small sacred work that accumulates into something golden. In the hive, there is no singular queen, and at the center of the work of transformation, we as Unitarian Universalists know this well. at the center of this hive, this beloved, imperfect, and ever becoming community, we have placed something far more powerful than any single sovereign. We call her love. And this love does not command from a distance. Love draws us in, holds the center so that all of us can move freely, purposefully in her warmth. Nectar and honey. Nectar, which is mostly water, must be passed from bee to bee in the process, body to body, until enough moisture evaporates and something new crystallizes. Something that will never spoil, something ancient people have found in tombs, still sweet after thousands of years. And this is what beloved community is reaching for. Not the quick win or the easy sweetness, but the kind of nourishment that lasts. The kind of sweetness that is built through patient, faithful, sometimes tedious, sometimes glorious work of showing up and passing it on. Can you stick it out? The bee says yes, and you don't have to do it alone. The hive says, we were made for this together. And the honey says it was worth it. May it be so deep in your soul. With gratitude for all that we are, today's offering will be gratefully received.
The dirt in which our roots may grow, though the storms will push and pull, we will call this place our home. We'll tell our stories on these walls, every year measure just like a work of art, we'll tell our stories on these walls. Let the years we're here be kind, be kind. Let all little broken, little new. We are the impact and the glue, capable more than we know. We call this fixer upper home. With each year, the color fades. Slowly our paint chips away, but we will find the strength and the nerve it takes to repaint and repaint and repaint every day. Let the years we're here be kind, be kind. Let our hearts like doors open wide, settle our bones like wood over time, over time. Give us bread, give us salt, give us wine. Smaller than dust on this map lies the greatest thing we have, the dirt in which our roots may grow, and the right to call it home.
Thank you, Misa. I was sitting there and like, oh, I have to talk. And be like, again, let's sing more. There's a way that music soothes and speaks to my soul, and I suspect some of yours in a way that sometimes words alone cannot. I have been thinking a lot lately about what makes a leader. I am just completing my first year as president of the Unitarian Universalist Ministers Association. We have about 2,000 members across the United States and Canada, all Unitarian Universalist ministers. And so I have the privilege of seeing some of our newest ministers coming through into what we call preliminary fellowship, or sometimes getting invited to ordinations now to offer an element, like I will be soon with our former intern minister, Nicole Jacobson, just at the end of June. Also at General Assembly, I get to shake the hands of those who are retiring and completing their service, which is a particularly moving moment for me to honor these incredible ministries, some that stretch 20, 30, 40, even 50 years. We are preparing a service that we do every year called Milestones, where we recognize those who have crossed the threshold of 25 years of ministry, like my spouse, Reverend Anne Marie Alderman, is honoring this year. It's her 25th. And those who have crossed 50 years of ministry. It is something to behold that dedication. And yesterday I went to a memorial service for Reverend Dr. Natalie Fenimore, who was an incredible Unitarian Universalist minister not far from here in Shelter Rock, who died far too young. And a part of my role is sometimes seeing up close those who are struggling in their ministry, even breaking covenant, and at times in their lives when they are failing as leaders and they need help. And so I've been asking myself a lot lately in just this one pool of leaders, what makes a leader? You can search the poetry books, as I am apt to do when I cannot sleep at night. You can find me at midnight, restless with a book of poems. Some, like Kipling, set high standards for the leader. Quote, "If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you." No pressure. You can look to inspirational leaders who will tell you about courage and light, and yet the paradoxical importance of maintaining vulnerability. And then there are those who defy all the rules, all the instructions, all the great words. The unlikely heroes because of their age or experience or because of some challenge that makes the world overlook them in the classic, often individualistic sense of who gets to be a leader. I'm moving now into the confession portion of the sermon as I share with you that I once was in a sorority. It's a story for another day. I thought this was a judgment-free zone. Let it be noted there were groans in the congregation for those of you joining online who surely are compassionate and understanding of my confession. And in our sorority, we would have a period called pledging, where the goal of it was, the stated goal, was to make all of us young women become leaders in our college, but it looked much more akin to uniformity. We had things we had to memorize, songs and dances, which I will never do for you, that we had to perform, and they had to be exactly the same. And in that context, leadership looked a certain way. Sometimes I think our popular sense of what it means to be a leader hasn't diverged all that much from those pledging days of my sorority. There's a video that perhaps some of you have seen. It's a short clip that is sometimes used in leadership trainings. There is a scene in a park, and people are kind of gathered on the hillside. Some people are having picnics, and it looks like a perfectly nice day. And all of a sudden, this man stands up and starts dancing. And not just dancing, but like kind of dancing like Elaine from Seinfeld dancing. Like it's a uniquely gifted dance, shall we say. And you're watching this scene unfold, and then all of a sudden, another person rises and joins the man who is dancing. And a few more seconds go on, and sure enough, a few more people join. And all of a sudden, there's kind of this impromptu flash mob that's happening on this hillside park, and everyone is dancing together. And then the video ends, and most presenters who utilize this video will then ask the gathered group, who is the leader in this short clip? And many people will say, the man who began dancing, the man who had the inspiration and the courage to stand up there in an ordinary afternoon, maybe without any music, and just hear the music in his own soul, bless his heart. But usually there's someone in the group who says, no, he's not the leader. It's the first follower. Because without the first follower, you're just some dude dancing in the park with everybody looking at you like you're having a moment. But if we take this a little deeper, yes, perhaps the first follower is a leader, but are they? What if no one joins the first follower? Then isn't it just two people having a moment? Anybody ever seen that on the subway? I have. To create this moment of community joy, in fact, takes the leadership of everyone in that space to consent, to participate in that joy. Maybe I've been a little inspired by Errol's call to anarchy last week. If y'all didn't hear that, I hope that you will go and watch on YouTube. Now, I understand that fellowship can be a dangerous thing. It can be mob mentality, right? But it can also be incredibly important. Without followers, some of the greatest movements in history would not be. Our American model of leadership, we know, is flawed. This lone hero with all the particular skills to speak to the masses and inspire them. It's not only flawed in its presentation, but it's flawed in its history. There's no data to support that that's actually how change happens by one single person. Normally, by the time we get to that single person, there has been a generation of people rising on an ordinary day in a park, deciding to dance together. I think we humans are far more powerful as interconnected networks, ecosystems where we each can understand the particular role that we play and not hand that power over to one person, but instead more deeply say yes to our own and move together like those bees in the hive. Who is the leader? This is the question many people were asking about Delaney Hall and the 300 hunger strikers. Who is the leader? Some asking in order to support the incredible call from these hunger strikers for their human rights, some for nefarious intent. Who is the leader so we can take them out? Who is the leader? Who's in charge here? Who can I negotiate with? Who can I pacify? Who can I control to take this chaos down? Who is the leader here is a question that our state government is now asking in tension with our federal government. Who is the leader is not only a moral and spiritual question, but it is now a matter of life or death in some cases. Who is the leader? Who's in charge? And how we, beloved, begin to answer that question could be the difference between a movement that sustains life and a country that collapses. Who is the leader? They thought they had identified the lead hunger striker, and they transferred him to another facility, thinking that if he was no longer able to help write letters and get them to the outside, if he was no longer cultivating courage amongst his co-conspirators, then things would get quiet again, and they could continue to violate human rights without so much attention and fuss. They transferred him, and yet the 299 other hunger strikers kept on. In fact, they wrote a second letter that was released to the public, and then members of Congress started to come. Who is the leader, they asked, as they pulled the hunger strikers down into isolated rooms and threatened them with deportation to a country they are not from, or to prisons in other countries that they are also not from, forcing them, in some cases, to sign voluntary deportation orders. Lying to them in some cases that these were papers of release. Who is the leader, they asked, as they tried to force a signature on those forms. Who is the leader? 200 people they transferred out of Delaney Hall, and still The hunger strike continued on. It has spread across the country, and now more members of Congress have come, and the governor has come, and they have brought more ICE agents in, and more people, community leaders from all over, including faith leaders like Reverend Jay is out there, including folks like Charlene Walker, a member of Beacon and the executive director of Faith in New Jersey, which is a tall order right now to have faith in New Jersey, but she is calling us to it. Who is the leader, they kept asking. We've transferred 200 people. We took the core leader out. We've set up zones so you can't even get near the building anymore. We have tear gassed these crowds and issued flashbangs. We've pepper sprayed your senators. And still, this movement is calling for human rights. And a third letter, which says the following, has been released, handwritten by one who is detained. We, the detainees at the Delaney Hall Detention Facility, wish to express our objection to the violation of our human rights as immigrant human beings. We, the detainees, are demanding our progressive release based on the fact that our arrests were illegal. Immigrants to this country have the right to await our pending immigration proceedings outside of prison. Therefore, we demand to be released on bond or parole so that we may complete our proceedings. Furthermore, we call for greater efficiency in our judicial processes, as well as greater effectiveness and urgency for those who request and sign their voluntary release. We believe it is unjust to keep people who wish to leave of their own free will in custody for up to 3 months. In addition to the unlawful and forced detention of most of us who find ourselves locked up here, there is the inhumane treatment that all detainees in this facility endure on a daily basis. The company in charge, Geo Group, fails to meet the basic conditions necessary to protect our health and our lives. To their administrative incompetence, we must add the following injustices and irregularities perpetrated by ICE and Geo. Food containing worms or in a state of decay. Unresolved issues, particularly regarding the bathrooms, which are in terrible and inhumane conditions. Ventilation problems. Health issues. Most people have a persistent flu with phlegm that won't go away. Many have conjunctivitis, urinary tract infections, fevers, coughs. Medical care issues. If you're sick, you have to submit a request that takes 2 weeks to be answered, or you never get an answer at all. Nurses refuse to treat you. They only prescribe Tylenol for all ailments. ICE agents coerce detainees into signing deportation orders. There's no emergency protocol. In case of falls or attacks, emergency response arrives hours late. Judges' rulings are highly questionable. Most bond requests are denied without any legal basis. Detainees are forced to work, in most cases without pay. Side note, we have a word for that. It's called slavery. We appreciate the support of everyone who is protesting outside the facility. We want you to know that you give us the strength and determination to keep going. Don't give up. We ask all relevant authorities for an urgent response and look forward to hearing from them. With the utmost respect to the detainees at the Delaney Hall facility, God bless you. This group letter instructs those of us bearing witness, protesting, speaking into microphones, bringing by food, offering accompaniment to families. They tell us not to give up. We who still have the freedom to gather as we do this morning, to speak in this place without fear of harm or being silenced. We who still have the freedom, they tell us not to give up. So who is the leader? The first hunger striker that they transferred to try to silence? The 299 other strikers who kept on and wrote a second letter? The families on the outside sustaining a vigil and crying for the release of their loved ones. The members of Congress doing their oversight visits and calling for the shutdown. The faith leaders and young people who are coming from all over. The nameless medic who is flushing pepper spray from another stranger's eyes so that they can rise again. The church group that brings water and granola bars, the synagogue that gathered to sing on the grass and calm all of our nerves. Who is the leader? In a time of tyrants, beloved, be among these leaders. In a land of liars, be among these leaders. In a mob or in the face of the mere silence of apathy, be the leader who speaks hope, who keeps on, who knows the sweetness of the freedom that we have and all should have. Consider this your invitation if you haven't received it yet. Your calling. The burning bush that will not be consumed. Consider this your blessing and your burden if you can hear these words, your sweet relief in a field of all that you cannot do, to discover in this moment that which you can do, and to be among the leaders. When the empire finally crumbles and the ruler has fallen, in that first deep breath of silence just before rebirth, please let us choose to dig each other out of the ruins. Hand clasping hand, stranger lifting stranger. Let us know that when everyone has dust in our lungs, sand in our eyes, dirt on our faces, we are all the same person. Let us begin the first step of each of us placing one stone on top of another stone, all of us part of the building. The rising rubble work, a testament to what can be. Be the leader.
Thank you, Reverend Robin. We're going to finish by singing a song called May the Work I've Done Speak for Me. Now, it has a couple of different verses, or four, so after I say the first line, you'll always know how the rest of the verse goes. So I will just say also we have a concert today at 3 o'clock for afternoon music, and there's only 2 seats left. So if you want to come up to me after the service. Otherwise, it's going to be completely sold out, and we will not have any tickets available at the door. I say thank you for being an amazing community that supports music so much that we've had a phenomenal season, and I know the concert day is going to be really spectacular. All right, would you rise in body or spirit so that we can sing together? May the work I've done speak for me. May the work I've done speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, may the work I've done speak for me. shared. Let the love I shared speak for me. Let the love I shared speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, let the love I shared speak for me. Let the love I shared speak for me.
Thank you, beloveds. Would you take hands with one another if you're here in our sanctuary for our closing blessing? If you find yourself with a beloved online, take their hand, or if you're alone, maybe extend yours toward mine. And now may the love, which is our source and our ultimate return, may it hold you, may it guide you, may it fill you to overflowing, such that wherever you go and whomever you meet, you can't help but give of the gift of that love and light, that light which can never be extinguished. Go with that light. Go to be beacons, beloved. Shine on and be held in this love until we meet once more. Amen.